Life after spiritual awakening. This is something I wanted to talk about because it's something that I wondered about myself and often had questions about what would happen and what would be the result of spiritual awakening. And I suppose the paradox is with spiritual awakening, there really is no before and after for a number of reasons. So the title is a little bit misleading, but bear with me, I'll explain it all. The reason that there is no before and after, firstly, because time is an illusion. So there's only the eternal now. And when we come from that perspective, there is no before or after. But also, there is no before or after because awakening is simply remembering who you are. And that's always constant, even if you have forgotten. And I talk about this in other videos, but it's like, say you have blue eyes, but you don't have access to a mirror and you've forgotten what color your eyes were, or maybe you've never seen your eyes. They still remain blue, even though you don't remember or you're not aware that they are blue. It doesn't change the color of them. So it's the same with your true nature. The awareness that you are is unchanging and always present. What does change is your realization of what you are. And you could say that spiritual awakening is it's not a magical process that happens, but it's simply a remembering of your true nature. So this is why there isn't really a before and after. But for the purpose of this conversation, we'll talk about the remembering of your true nature and what to expect after that happens. So when I began this journey, my worry was that I would be fundamentally changed by spiritual awakening and I would lose part of my personality, or I would become absent-minded, or I'd be very different to who I am now. And maybe family or friends would wonder what had happened to me. And the good news is that none of that happened. Yes, there is a shift, but I'm still able to function in this world as Sandra. I'm still able to do all the things that I need to do. The change is more internal than external. And there may be some external indicators. There may be subtle changes that people notice. They may notice that you're happier or more peaceful, or there's something that's changed, but they can't quite put their finger on it. But overall, it'll be more about the way you experience yourself and reality. And you'll realize that reality isn't what you thought it was. It's not as real as you thought it was when you were living in the dualistic realm. And I talk about this in much more detail in another video called How to Detach from Drama. So I'll put a link to that at the end. But you'll begin to see through the illusion of the personality and you'll realize that you're something so much bigger. And when you start to see this, you realize that you're not an individual person living a separate life. You are the source of all life and you are formless awareness. And that this formless awareness is experiencing itself through the body. So you're experiencing the illusion of separation, but after you become aware of your true nature, that experience of separation begins to fade and you begin to experience everything as you. So the one formless awareness that you are. And this process can be gradual. It can be instant for some. You can have an instant realization, but for others, it's more gradual. And there does seem to be some steps that we go through, which I also talked about in a previous video. But the the thing to remember is that it's all good. There's nothing to worry about. You can have a spiritual awakening and still be yourself. You can still function in this world, just maybe minus the fear and the worry and the smallness of who you think or thought you were. So you can still do your job. You can still be a mother or whatever it is that you need to do to function in this world. And there'll also be times where you relax into blissful awareness and become nothingness. And that's perfect as well. It's everything is okay. And there really is nothing to fear. Any fears that you might have are coming from the ego. The ego wants you to stay small and unaware. And because you already are your true nature, it's never gone anywhere. The realization of that is completely natural and inevitable. So the thing is, know that you already are what you're searching for. It's already there, just like I mentioned at the start. The person with blue eyes who's maybe never seen the color of their eyes, their blue eyes are already there. There is nothing to do to make their eyes blue. And just the same with you, there's nothing to do, but there will be a realization at some point. So be gentle with yourself. Know that everything is okay. You are okay. All is well. You're on the right track. Keep going.